Today we have a special episode. We have a guest.
My diagnosis or my discovery was purely by accident.
How did you do it?
I'm lying there, I'm lying in my bed, like about a phone, you know, doing the scrolling on Saturday morning, it was a Saturday morning. Even that, but you know what, to me, I got disaster. I'm sad, I don't know when the last time washing my breast out. I was just talking to her. Even that, I can't remember the last time, maybe let me just do that. I didn't even really examining them. I was holding my phone in my hand. Then I was just doing this, like, you know, and then I did they also. Because I'd done it, then I felt something, okay, then I felt something hard.
My name is Genius Chifupa, Dog Genius. Today we are at the men's clinic where we're shooting an episode of a breast cancer survivor. I hope you are going to enjoy this one. Please stay tuned in. On this episode, we have partnered with the Men's Clinic, Dev's Walk Foundation, and ZIMSA SCORA. They partnered with us in bringing up this podcast. Thank you very much to everyone who was involved. But I've noticed 76% of the people who watch this podcast are not subscribed. And please, can you kindly do this favor? Hit the subscribe button now and stay tuned. PodMyth family, we love you.
New episode of PodMyth. I'm your host Tembani, and my co-host Tafadza. So today we have a special episode. We have a guest. I'm sure we've just been talking. Tirishamwari is ready, but today we have someone very, very special, and I'm excited to introduce this person to you guys. Ma'am, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Let's shake hands. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
So now the platform is yours. You may introduce yourself to everybody.
Everybody.
Yes.
Okay, hello everybody. My name is Mirriam Tose Majome. Mirriam Tose Majome. I am a cancer survivor, fighter, everything, mother, sister, friend, everything. I'm also a lawyer.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I'm also a columnist. I've got a newspaper column. Yes.
That's brilliant. This whole lawyer thing, I didn't know. It's so news to
Right,
me.
that's true.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Okay.
So this month or this period,
It's a very special month.
it's a very special month. It's the breast cancer awareness month.
See pink ribbons everywhere.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I mean,
yeah.
I left my pink shoes over there, but I do have them.
We do have-
I do
Yeah.
have them.
I think I've run out of my pink clothes by now.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the
Yeah.
Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes.
So we're honored to have you because us guys, yes, we do have certain knowledge concerning the whole cancer thing. But for you, it's not just an experience that you have heard from someone, but you've lived through it. You've lived through it.
Yeah, that's right.
And also as medical students, we learn all this in textbooks and everything. We've got the knowledge and everything, but we experiencing it is much more different
Yeah.
because not everyone fits the textbook example of the experience. So yeah, we're honored to have you and to share your story.
Okay, thank you very much. I don't take it lightly when someone asks you to come and share your story. Thank you for inviting me. So yeah, I look forward to just having this discussion with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always nice to be in the company of young people, young, vibrant
young
people
anymore.
who are doing things
Full of energy.
and full of energy. Yeah, it makes me remember when I was like that a long time ago.
Alright.
Yeah.
So the first thing I would say, before the cancer, how was your life like before?
Okay. My life was pretty much what I thought normal. Just going to work, you know, just caring about my business. Well, I've got a daughter, and we're just living, you know, happy, I guess. Normal challenges, Zimbabwe, you know, but nothing too bad. I won't complain that my life was anything that was, you know, terrible. But it was just a normal life. Yeah, ups and downs, you know, the usual. Yes, but I didn't know what was in store for me.
Oh.
Yes,
So
even
was
up to
it-
now, I still don't know what's in store for me, like anyone else. But you know, yeah, back then it was just a normal life. Yeah.
So let's move fast forward. How did you then end up with the diagnosis?
Yeah, that was 2023.
Oh.
Yes. end of 2023, around on the 21st of October to be precise. My diagnosis or my discovery was purely by accident. Like I was just
Like a checkup.
no, not even checkup. Accident. I was scrolling on my phone. My daughter ndovapinda bedroom mangu ndovati kwamakatorara zvenyu chichi. Right. Then I said to her, no, I was actually supposed to go to a breast. No, my story is actually quite interesting. I was supposed to go to a breast cancer awareness lunch with these ladies. We've got this group where we just meet and we talk and stuff. So we decided, no, let's do something something meaningful. But I'm going to meet and drink wine and just apana, like normal, Harare Saturdays. So we said, no, this week, because there'd been another lady in the group who had breast cancer.
Oh, so you're like
So
sharing the
yes, it was just no, she wasn't sharing. That was the day she actually had her mastectomy. The day we were meeting. So we said, no, we'll also use this time to just raise funds for her. Go collect and we have a lunch and so on. So I said to her, later on in the afternoon, I'm going to a breast cancer awareness lunch with my friends, right. So she was just there. She was moving in and out of my bedroom. So to take you back, that was on the 21st of October. But on the 5th of October, Kubasa Kwedu, we had a breast cancer awareness day. Because Vanwajinji had joined on to scheme Simas. Right, so Simas just want to thank for the business and everything. I was like, no, thanks for this business. Because it was then I said, breast cancer, like really, I've heard about it every year, the same thing. I really thought it had nothing to do with me, right? Seriously. But of course, it's not like I wasn't aware of it or I respect or sure, no. But I just thought,
It is
nothing to do with me,
Yeah.
right? Then I actually went away, and then I didn't even
You did the
attend.
thing, the
I didn't
test.
attend. I didn't even attend. That's how bad it was. And I went. I took my afternoon off. And then so fast forward 21st of October, right? Talking to my daughter, I'm telling her that, and she said, actually, Naspanechi breast cancer awareness lunch, with this group of my ladies. Let me go because Anjina Gwendachi, the one Saka, let me go, and it would be nice to raise Omari for one of our members. And then I said, I'm lying there, I'm lying in my bed, like about a phone, you doing the scrolling on Saturday morning. It was a Saturday morning. But you know what? But I've never, and sad, I don't know when the last time was, but I can't go examine my breast. So I was just talking to her, right? But I can't remember the last time. Maybe let me just do that. Then I wasn't even really examining them. I was holding my phone in my hand. Then I was just doing this, like, and then I did this, like, day or so, because I'd done it. Day or so. Then I felt something. No pain. Then I felt something hard. I felt something hard. Like literally unmistakably hard. But this is not normal breast tissue. That's when I put my phone down. Now I gotta pay attention. Now that's serious. Now like
is really going on.
I felt what? And it's unmistakable. Number forgot. No, maybe I didn't. Can't denial. Then I called my daughter and got to do you feel something? Do you feel anything? She can say, yeah, I'm feeling something. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Anyway, the guys will end up to this lunch yoga. That over a different person.
Your mind is racing.
My mind is racing and what's happening, and I'm now in the moment. I'm now mindful. And every minute your hand keeps going there. Was that real? Come to just help. It was very well organized. Very well organized. So there was Dr. Tsikai, Dr. Nomsa Tsikai. She's an oncologist, and then there was Dr. Vere. Dr. Vere, she's also a breast specialist. She is at, what's that place there? MIC interventional radiology. Yes, exactly. So they were there, they were talking about it, and I was really paying attention now. This time I was asking questions.
Something's happening to me.
So much, you doctors see a lot of people, but so much that by the time Pandakasu, not Dr. Tsukai, so then Pandakasu ended later, I'll get there. She remembered me. I've seen you somewhere. She was quite adamant, Then I explained to her. Anyway, from then, from that talk, I had a lot of knowledge. It's very good to attend these my talks and actually pay attention. Because sometimes we think we know, but just
you actually
to
don't
pay
know.
attention when you don't
Yeah.
know. Talked about a lot of things. Dr. Vere, which actually was very good for me at that stage. She was talking about, now, breast cancer research has moved from Kudara Ikokoko. Now, there are many more options for women. So you just come through, get you, even if you are tested and you find Gutunayo, just don't panic because Panama options are Kawanda. That's what she said. It was very encouraging. So, oops. Okay, yeah, very encouraging. So from then on, then I went to her. I didn't go to my GP straight away. I went to Arcadia Medical Center. I think that was like the next day after this thing. And then I saw this doctor. He was, very nice young male doctor. So then he was also trying to be very encouraging. I didn't even know my history. Do you have, family history in Garano? And maybe no, but let's just see. Let me take you. Have you ever been to a mammogram? That's the thing. And I tell doctor, we think we know, but we don't.
Yeah.
Right. Nekufunga kuti I'm a bit educated when I
Mammogram.
I'd never been to a mammogram, but but I'll get there. There's something that I'm very unhappy with in the medical profession. I'll get there later. Mammogram. So I'd never been. But anyway, so I went right then. I did my mammogram. And then because I hadn't gone through my normal GP, and I ended up, I can't remember this place here. So the day I told my results or whatever, do you want us to take them to the doctor or not? And they got, no, let me come and take them myself because I didn't go through my. And the train said, what doctor? No, I'll take them myself. So I got my envelope. I'm sitting in Motkari, right?
Tempted to open it.
Tempted to open it.
You're by yourself.
I'm by myself. Davura. I'm reading it. And this is the medical jargon. There's a word they use for cancer.
Carcinoma.
Carcinoma, thank you. Carcinoma, chichi, carcinoma, what? Carcinoma, Google. And she got also got the carcinoma. And you know what Google does? Yeah, breast cancer. My goodness, and I was shocked, Then I phoned my sister and they got, but they said, it recommended a biopsy. Just to rule it out. That's what it said. So my sister was trying to be very encouraging. I said, no, don't worry. Andrew, where are you going right now? I'm looking at that doctor. I'm just, because I phone come through. Because I've had this doctor for years. Then we met there. So then we had our consultation. Doctor, this, that, and that. I don't do that. No, by the time a woman discovers a lump, usually in India move to another area. My lymph nodes. We did the biopsy. I had to wait for I think a few weeks or so. Then the results came back.
Confirmed.
They were confirmed. Confirmed and everything else. I'd been trying to be strong. You'll be moving around and stuff like that. My mom died in 2021. So I remember when I came from my doctors, like Vandu that no, it's confirmed. You got stage 2B and stage 2B. Stage 2B. And then
TNM stage.
What's TNM?
It's a staging for cancers.
Yes,
TNM. It's for tumor nodes and metastasis.
I see. That's interesting. Yeah. So then, Dr. Vatungu, so your options are like this. One, I will hand you over to an oncologist. Someone else. When I didn't know I want to go to Dr. Sky, and I no, sure. The referral. Then he said to me, so from here, your treatment plan, which would include chemotherapy and mastectomy and radiotherapy. And then I said to him, Doctor, mastectomy, really, do treatment plan. So anyway, So that's
So
what
really, what was going on in your mind when you were hearing all these things?
Yeah, I'm very keen.
Yeah.
Really
The emotions.
It's
Were
really
you even
hard.
present, or you just like, what's happening?
specifically
hard,
from the
it's-
moment you saw the
yeah.
results.
Yeah.
What,
Were you
Exactly.
present
What was
emotionally?
It's not easy, guys. It's
Yeah.
really such because of the Shatakakura teachings about cancer and what
Yeah.
you know,
Cancer just more than cancer,
cancer, you are
they're
dead and yeah, no, it was really traumatic for me. It was really very hard, you know. Because you know the thing that hits you most, I think, is because you never think of yourself as with any cancer. I mean, on this wrong one. You see, that's why no one. That's why I was very happy to just drive away that day. Back and basa goes cancer.
But
I mean, no, tinongozongoti was sorry kune vange vaitawo tongoti shame. Vafane cancer. But kuti ini ndaita cancer. No, I'm not really one of those people. I'm not a why me person. I'm not. I've never been like. I'll get there. You know. He asked me a question about spiritual or whatever, but I'll get there. I'm not a why me. Saying just no. But still, you know, I just didn't think it would happen to me. I don't know why, but it happened to me. So Muswanda got to end up to get my results. I actually dodged my sister because I just didn't want a pity party. Like, I didn't want it to be, whatever. I wanted to deal with it on my own, really. So, you know, because I actually was feeling, I guess, bad for other people because of how they would feel. For me, okay. Exactly. So I didn't want to really have to face that in that moment. Yeah. But yeah, Dr. Vandita, what really struck me was the whole mastectomy thing. I just didn't want to have a mastectomy. I just didn't. It's not vanity. It's not anything, right? But it's just, I just felt no. This is very cruel. When an op, right? The doctor messed me up. My stomach was all the experience, and I've got a partially deformed tummy. I'm going to look like a zombie. I'm a zombie. I'm not a zombie apocalypse. So chakadai. Because I've already got a deformed stomach. You know. So I just thought, no, this is that. I don't want to go through with this. I've been through too much in the medical circles already. That they messed me up with that. So then Pandaga's my doctor. I remember sitting in my car, and then the fonera baba wangu funga kufonera. You know, not my sister, not my brother, obviously not my daughter Shangu. She was still a bit young. She was 18. And then I remember I phoned my father. Then I just cried. You know, and he was just there holding the phone. Anyway, I began my treatment journey. And I got to Dr. Tsikai. Yeah, she told me the same thing exactly. Mastectomy induced and because it was my left breast. And because your breast tissue, because there was the lump and it. Then they were to my satellite nodes. To my tonga to report. She said, no, because it's already bad. So the tissue is already of poor quality. Right. So we need to remove the whole thing. But we're going to start with chemo. But anyway, before we even get there, we underestimate what it does. Like
the chemo.
No, not the chemo. But I'll get to the chemo. But just the whole process. It's not just ngotanga chemo. The various tests you have to do, the things you have to know, you know, it's so traumatic. So I just wish one day our medical system would just be centralized, you know, and the echocardiogram, you know, and you know, you're looking, the cheaper, you know, bonzi chi, the kupi chichi, and they go for your blood test. When the Lancet are telling you funny things, these tests have to go for, you know, the chi histology. Histology. No, me, I eat, you know, South Africa, so you have to wait. Because my left breast. And because your breast tissue, there was the lump at it. Then they were to my satellite cancer treatment and payment. They were really good because they were paying 75% of money. I was paying a quarter.
Everything.
Yes, my shortfalls were always just a quarter. And so it was really good. You know, I was expecting horrible things, but ipapo it came through. Yeah. So then I started my chemo, Vakati 8 sessions. That was last year. I started on the 5th of January. But I remember December being, because I was scared. I was so terrified with the chemo. I know better say, and one's what, hey, chemo. But chemo is that bad. It's really bad, guys.
Really bad.
Yeesh.
Right. So do you think doctors are really, they're good at explaining all these things? Because I think one thing that I've noticed is that doctors think patients know. Because the world is, there's Google, there's now ChatGPT, they think what patients know. But do you think they really explain, for example, do you even know what chemo is? Do you even know what chemo is at that stage?
No, they don't actually explain to you. I don't go to Nomqhele Shava. No, my doctor is, she's very good. She's very good. But yeah, a lot of the information you have to find out on your own.
Yeah. That adds to the fear now.
Yes,
because Google has a tendency to amplify things.
It gives you the worst case.
Yeah. If you search cancer, cancer stage 4 and you're dying tomorrow.
Dr. Google, right? Dr. Google.
Okay.
Yeah, but most of the things, but better off sometimes. Sometimes it's helpful because they know a certain angle of, a certain way of looking at things. So then my treatment regime was supposed to be chemo, 8 treatments, because I had inonzi ER positive, estrogen positive. It was hormonally related, HER negative or something. I can't remember. HER positive. But anyway, I just remember ER positive estrogen. Estrogen. Yeah, because I was getting to that stage, menopause. Exactly. So then, I just wasn't satisfied, to be quite honest. Not that devastating, but I just thought, no, but this whole thing, mastectomy, guy. This is 2020, younger 2024, and I just remember reading 1960s, mastectomy, and I just thought, no, come on, research must have moved from there. And I remember Dr. Virevach, no, it's not always. So then I researched around. I didn't really find much information locally who would do other treatments. Then I was talking to my sister's ex-husband, right? He's a doctor. He's in South Africa, yeah. So then he referred me to someone else that did oncology by UZ, but she's now in Botswana. I talked to her. She said, no, I don't know South Africa. There's this guy here. Going to see him. Then I went and I saw him, and then he said that I got no, mastectomy is not, it's not, because I know what my results are. Oh no, mastectomy is not, it's not something that's absolutely compulsory. You don't have to have it. It was this Indian guy. He was just a bit dodgy. I didn't really like him. Sometimes you've got to have this rapport on a doctor. So funny thing, and but I don't really know, because when no information, information is power. Yeah. I didn't really know my doctors. And then funny thing, I think about a week later, I got 2 referrals from 2 different people completely. There's this doctor who's very good, Anonzi, Professor Caroline Ben. She's a leading breast cancer specialist in South Africa. My phone number. Then I got in touch with her. Then she said, send me your results and everything else. So I'm talking to her, and I tanga chemo. And I think my hair fell off just at the second chemo. The first one, it was fine. I was prepared for it, and I told check. I used to have very long mad dreadlocks. Had very nice, braids.
So you were prepared, I need to.
Yeah, when I heard your hair is gonna fall off, I just cut. But you see, I didn't just. But you see, these things, my hair started falling off about a year before, like how thin, and then it took a cut hole, but it was still there. But I think it was something is wrong. Your body will be telling you something is wrong. Something is wrong. We ignore them. But I just thought, maybe my iron levels, the sort of thing which yeah. But maybe I don't know. Maybe those are the symptoms. I don't know. Yeah. So then I'd cut my hair. It was short. So first chemo, I thought, maybe with that maybe
Second chemo.
That night I woke up pillow I said that's a thing the vanango get out, you know. It didn't really affect me that much to get off with. But of course it does, it does, you know.
Emotionally,
Yeah, emotionally good. Yeah, I'm losing hair, you know. And people will be telling me, you look great, you look fit.
But
you're like,
no, man.
Yeah, you're like,
these are the same people like, you look good.
Exactly. Exactly. Now you look, you know. And I don't know, change out. You know, and that's exactly it. When I was sick,
the way the support is.
and then pandagazo poraka. And they were poorer. Yes, sure. I can't be minded and so many good one. You know, you never minded. I'm not going to go. You know, but it's good. You know, people are very encouraging. Yeah. Yeah. So then so I'm talking. So I had this telephone, consultation with her. So she says to me, "Why do you want to remove such a good breast?" I said to her, "Doctor, it's not me. I didn't say that." Yeah. This one, no. But that's about she about the satellite nodes. And then she said, no. And that's normal breast cancer. And those I know to eat. My satellites, what I've seen, stage 2B. Yes, there are some times when it's necessary, but it's not always necessary. That's what she told me, right? So then, so anyway, I just continued with my chemo. Yeah, chemo was hard, guys. Chemo was hard. I'd have it every other Friday. I wasn't given like a longer period, like I was given 2 weeks. So it was every Friday, every other Friday. So just when you're sort of like recovering, it was just hard. But tribute I must pay to my daughter. My daughter is she's now in second year at Africa University. Yeah, when I discovered it, she had just finished A level. Anga A level. So anga kamirira kuzoenda last year in August. So that whole period from like November 2023 to August, she was just there. She was really there for me. You know, she's a young person, but she's so mature, really mature, very supportive, very practical. She'd, Kosongo Garatri too, she'd be the one cooking for me. She'd, drive me to chemo. And then there's then Nangandagupera, and it kills your cells. Yeah, my blood cells were just going down, and I've always had anemia.
So it's worsening now.
Yeah, so she had to buy Jackson 3 per week. Erythropoietin, exactly. So
she would tell you that.
Yeah.
She's the one who was doing.
Yes. Because Dr. Tsikai said, because I'd have my chemo on Friday, and then they were seeing that my levels were going down. So I think I did that a few times. Then Dr. Ndwandu, I think she had come to. She comes. You need to be at home resting. So now I'm not going to put up. That is but I'm not going to buy you. Second, would left my nest vitamins. Then she did that, and she just caught on, and she wanted to buy a. Sometimes it's a nice time. She was very regimented about time. It's time. Did you buy but sometimes it would be okay because it was always here. But very mature, very mature young lady. And then that's what chemo took everything from me really. Just your skin, your eyelashes. We underestimate these little things,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were important, because otherwise whatever. So anyway, chemo yakazokera finally in April, right? And then I went to. So I had decided that I wanted to go to South Africa to do my
To meet the doctor.
I met the doctor, but just organize. I had a bachelor, very, very efficient. I wanted to do my surgery because after chemo, I was supposed to have surgery. So we already discussed the options with my doctor. So and this is a medical show, so there's nothing to So then, Vakati no to say we'll just do a lumpectomy. Right. Do a lumpectomy. So this is a real live breast. Thankfully, I didn't have it cut. So Dr. Vachunanduva Vanditi is also a reconstruction specialist. Vanushanda Vese. Yeah. So he said to me, yeah, we'll just do a reduction of the other one. But sometimes you must look good as a woman, you can't have one big one hanging out. Yeah, and then in terms of costs, it won't be that much more expensive. Softer also. And I just thought, no, it was good. Okay, let's talk about finances. Yeah. I'm not so rich by any standards, but I'm okay. I know people who are far worse than me. What happened is, I wanted to buy a car. The car I was driving then Yanga Sakar. They got to know, let me say, I want to buy a car end of 2023. Not January, but not in 2024 and then a new car. So then this cancer thing came up. So then I already had money. I had money saved up, because I want to buy a nice car. So, and then but I've got a car I'm driving, so so that's why I had money. It was, quite fortuitous and everything else. So then I had my surgery in South Africa. Very good, they're really good. And then now the tricky part was going for radiotherapy, because I didn't know radiotherapy is a daily thing. I had to take radiotherapy every day, and then but I recommend IMRT radiation. IMRT. It's because Dr. Tskai got no, since what I'm in South Africa. I can't afford it. No. I didn't know radiotherapy is more expensive than chemo. And so then it's a special type of radiation. What I understood about it is it preserves your heart. Because my breast cancer was on my left ear. So it's I'm sure you can read about it. Preserve your heart. And when you're having radiotherapy, some of the waves will penetrate edge. So I'm sure it still penetrates, but it's limited. It's limited because my hypertensive issues and the chemo had sort of like affected my heart. So I doctor, go to South Africa, it's better. And I don't want to be handing you over to a cardiologist as soon as you finish treatment. Yeah. She wouldn't hear anything about it. And I go back. Yeah, so I went back for 6 weeks, and tribute to Okubasa Kwedu. We take these things for granted, but they were very supportive. No, and I just take your time, yeah. So I went and stayed there, and it was so interesting. The Hagara for 6 weeks, equal to South Africa, and amongst my costs, and then my costs accommodation, because I don't really know when I don't really have how I go. It was just the kindness of strangers. It's through one of our parents' groups when my daughter was at this school. And then most of then you're now inboxing and you're now talking. So I can't Danyara for a long time. But are you okay? I said, no, this is not like you. Because then get you got like a group jam. Exactly. Are you okay? And when that doesn't get open up, I'm not going to inbox you. This is caring, and when I told you, so I'm going to go from Bonn and I want to tell you. So I'm going to an accommodation crisis because someone let me down. I got to know, last minute.
That's in South Africa.
The Vandita, no. Let me call this. I used to work with her, I kind of South Africa. If I'm going to show, she can come, she can come. And it was so nice. South Africa is nice.
So someone else.
Someone, and this is a parent. And I've never to know which put out about my friends. Even which would tango person, kids were in school by tango. Yes, and I'm on physically. The Vatino, my friend, I end up going to South Africa. Me and them for Nidaya and Fan Cham Kumbit out Batsir, which Ugareko. So then that's how it was arranged. So I met this South African who, she's now my friend as well. Before I'd even met this one, yeah. So it was, so I stayed, it was lovely, she had really accommodated me very well, it was a very nice, it was like a golfing estate, and I had like a granny's annex, it was nice, I was like on holiday. She was my friends, it was really nice, not to Dane Fen estate, very nice network. It was nice, I was living very well. I just had to buy my own food and stuff, but I got accommodated very well, and she living in a house and thinking, so it was really lovely, right? Yeah. So then then I came back, and then about faith. I'm sorry, I'm so controversial. I know, Guti, you are going to expect me. It's the normal expected thing.
This is an open podcast.
Yeah.
You can share your opinions.
Unfortunately, I'm not religious in any way, and I'm not persuaded by any religious inclinations towards anything, towards Christianity, towards Islam, towards Shivanu. I'm not. And funny thing, that is what sees me through my problems in life, the problems I have. I don't really believe, I don't know what, when people talk about spiritual problem, I have no idea what that means. I just know there are issues in life. There are problems of Gurwara, and then there are problems of perception. Yes, I can perceive, but I have spiritual problem, whatever. And I'm not a number in my old age. I've never. I just look at things rationally, and that's it. I just believe bad things happen in life. It's not on Waitika, it's got nothing to do with Minyama, it's got nothing to do with evil spirits, it's got nothing to do with I don't believe in that. I just believe in no Waitika. Like I said, I don't believe in why me. I just thought I wouldn't have it, cancer yogi. So what sees me through difficult moments, and I've had many, at my old age, I'm now 51. I've had a lot of difficulties in this and that sometimes. But I just think, life happens, life happens. When I went, I lived in the UK for a short period sometime, they
were at a higher level than
they've got the same issues, same problems, same circumstances that only sometimes maybe but Canada, Australia, the same issues. But it's just how you perceive them. So when I had my cancer issues, like I deal with all my problems, I just accept it. What do I do? So I never actually concentrated on the disease. I never did that. No. Yes, of course, it was. There were moments I considered it, but then what do? I was concentrating on my treatment more than the disease, because what I wanted, because I knew my daughter was going to go to school, to university in August, right? And I said, okay, I want to take my daughter to university. I'm not saying it could have gone anyway, but that's what I was. Chemo, you need 6 weeks for surgery. 6 weeks later, after surgery, you need 6 weeks. I was just and my medical aid was helpful as well. So I was just trying to so by the time August came, so I remember coming back to Zim on the 24th of July. When I end up 5 August, something like that. Then took my daughter to school. I was really very happy. So what also helped me, when I know Dr. Francis, she's a medical doctor, but I thought she was a psychologist, but she's not. Vairana, I don't know if she's still there. She was still there. It was the CSU, whatever. CSU, but some of the things, torture and whatever. CSU, it's a clinic. So then our director was like, I want you to go and see her. pandakadiagnoswa pekutanga chaipo chapo ndichiti ndakabata zvimapepa ndisanda tobefunga urato. I went, sat with her. You know, she gave me the therapy that a person like me needs. Give it to me hard. Don't try and... I'm not one of those people who like comforting lies. I just want you're the hard truth. Tell me as it is. That's what she is. You know, that's what she did. Like, you know, this journey is going to be hard. And it's going to be hard. I won't lie to you. But at the end of it, right, you're going to at least have you're going to be treated. So every time during chemo and the treatment, I just remember, no, this is the hardship. This is it. This is the hardship. This is the hardship. Yeah. So that's what just carried me through. But yeah. So my final thoughts though is it's an expensive disease. And you know, trying to just see how I can work out, because there's so many people that know. And the good thing about, you know, I'm not sure about government here, my hospitals, they do it. But you know, I'm not sure you go to Padrenia, I've never, you know, my groups are ending cancer with the Cancer Association. A lot of them don't have the means. I know end up. I don't know what they're doing at that oncology unit, but everyone is happy and so what I would like to do is start a fund for, because right now no go better ad hoc, you know, but no I'll cry out for help. $10 and so just try to teach, you know, best I can, but I would like something structured. So now a year later,
what's your life like?
What's my life like? My life has pretty much gone back to normal. My diagnosis, they've been good, you know, they've been good. Upon anything that has been seen that is alarming.
So everything was a success.
Everything, yeah, to date. Yeah, everything was a success. But my doctor wants me to go back to South Africa for a PET scan. No, I'm certified a PET scan. PET scan, yeah. I went last time back in December. Yeah, and then so I'm just saving up to go because it's an expensive. I understand. But see, I said I would think a PET scanning, but I don't know, it's expensive. Yeah, so that's where I am, and I'm trying to live my life as best as I can. And yeah, because apparently no one knows what caused my cancer.
So you made something about
a fund, yeah, a fund. You know, we're not gonna Miramo pharmacy soka. So that's why I'm $10. I'm $2 you take a life-saving drug. I've seen that. So it's something that I would like to do in my own small way. Just a little fun, but it's never been like. I think I'd like to limit it to cancer. For those small things, you know, you know, just to help people. Because I try to do that now, but I just want to structure it, you know, because it's very important. Very important, yeah. But you know, with cancer, you never stop worrying. You just never stop. Every time things that
something might just happen.
Especially
yes, exactly. Just came in. Yeah, so it had spread to my axilla. So yeah, so and thankfully I don't have any problems. I never had problems, you know, because until I wanted lymphedema, never had that. You know, I play golf. I just went back to my normal, you know, and I'm really grateful, you know, for everything. Yeah.
So I think I'm also like personal life in that. But the before cancer and after the cancer, can it change your personal, like the way I'm moving my life, the way I'm approaching my day to day? Can it change your it seems weird. You get a benefit. Diagnosis or throughout your journey in the relationship.
Yeah, cancer changes you as it changes you so much. You are not the same person. you're just not. I mean, you just get this depth and this awareness. You could see life is that fragile, so fragile. Apana any moment that is guaranteed. So kungopi all chance. You know, like I say, I'm not religious, so at least when we're religious, they've got something to attribute it to, and it makes sense. It makes sense to you. It's not that I'm not religious. It's not that I have no faith, but I just don't subscribe to the faiths because those are just man-made. You need to see it like this, and you know. So I think there's more to it than that. There's more to it than just So I have my own very deep personal faith, deep down inside. I can't share it with anybody because I live on a so that has deepened my understanding, and I just appreciate life more, especially you look at my groups where someone is dying every 2 days, 3 days in Igafa, you know. And recently I lost a very dear friend. She died. Can't you remember this? You know, she saw me on a group. She was a receptionist at my daughter's old school. So she just kept my number, or you know, Tango Tower and in the office. So she always had my number. Sagapaga joined her onto the group. She said, she meet her, she said, I'm introduce her, check out. Then she saw me in that's the number. But then I got inbox. I saw you on the group. She was scared, you know, scared. I spoke to her, that the father don't want someone who will see her. So Tango Batrana would walk through, you know, every few weeks we check up, what to say. She went through a journey as well, like a mastectomy. I came home. She seemed to it's all about she just said,
your journey is sort of
yes. Yes. Because here Paka my group, I think Nangada would also get a key while she was starting. So we just be so we there together. I got over Cora, I got over Beach. She seemed fine. That's why on the 31st of May this year, I read this private school's paper celebration.
And she was fine.
She was fine.
completely okay.
Fine. She was sick. She was one more court. She was fine. Then, you know how it is. We are so much in touch. Taita has a lot of, you know, our communication during our treatment and stuff. But right. She was back at work. I was back at work. Time go to, you know, time got all like my long periods. So I had last talked to her end of June this year, end of June. Then early August, Jago. I'm like, how? She was fine. She told her name, she'd have said. I mean, no, Auntie, she just, I don't know, it's so strange. She had stage 3. Stage 3, you know, the other one, it aggressive, cancer, triple negative. Triple negative, yeah, exactly, yeah. And she was fine for all intents and purposes. But I got to spread the brain into her brain. So by the time they discovered, she just started feeling these massive headaches. Yeah, it was too late. It didn't give her any time. Yeah, she left too young. Yeah. So look, everybody dies. So with treatment, we encourage it. It just buys you more time. That's all we're doing. I did it. We're just trying to buy more time. But ultimately, but we just want more time with your kids. Like you, I'm saying, I just want more time to move. We don't have families doing you know, man, now you want more time. You know, it's just buying you more time. So I believe I don't know what the future holds, right? But you were asking me, that was a good question though. Kuti, you said to me, has anything changed? Yeah. But going on with my own personal conviction, I just believe it's just helped me, right? To just accept Kuti, waiting. Anything can happen. Yeah, it's not easy, and it's not easy. So, but anything can happen. I am prepared for it. But so much. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else that I haven't talked about, or that you wanted me to talk about that I didn't talk about.
That's exactly what we wanted to share.
But maybe from your own opinion, what is your view of cancer since you've experienced it? compare your knowledge before, because the people ever knows about cancer, but
Yeah.
cancer, and the knowledge after positive experience is the difference. Yeah. What is your thoughts on cancer?
My cancer on my thoughts on cancer.
Yeah. Do people overhype it with cancer? It's late.
Something
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Because one cancer,
you can
was up preparing
Yeah.
their wills and they now
I do. So then there's this my sister, you know, trying to I'm answering your question. You're able to just trying, you know, it was really there for me. My family was there for me. Ndakamutendera mukoma wangu mararoma akatenderera zvibaba zvese achitsvaga gango. That's the only thing I could eat, because during chemo my roots I was throwing up, you know. She was like, I would always eat like potatoes, chichichika, you know. That was sort of like a sadza yataiji open up. It's like there's some potatoes there. Rice, but and then I said no. I want something earthy. It was on a Saturday late, you know. I told my sister, I didn't look gango, don't do that. It was I got one papa going to rain. I got on Moka Pampa week 11. Yes, 11 p.m.
with a gang.
That gango. Take up in one Pago.
I'm sure that the gango
And another maruta. So that's the food I really wanted. And did again. So yeah. So then there's this people mean well. But I think sometimes when I've never been one for supernatural things like shonga my herbs. I've never really been, you know, light my herbs. Somebody they also, you know, then they'd say, so then, so this uncle of ours, and I can't.
English, like, the first.
Yeah.
Well, I remember like, not good hours, but to just jump to conclude meaning, answer.
Yes,
I don't like.
Yeah, So then he was trying to help me. This guy says good answer. But I don't know Peravanius. I mean, I don't go great Zimbabwe University and it's not that Rashman. Alternative medicine. Anyway, I asked my herbs. I just looked at these things and they were so reminiscent of, remember COVID, silver, what, copper, what, I mean, it's my ointment, so, and the silver, you know, silver, there's copper, there's magnesium, it is magnesium, I think it's what, and it's silver, copper, it's my metals, it's very, 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 very suspicious. And Vandaramba. So we met at this restaurant. So he came with my sister. I think I can so then the Vanda, because in any, you know, Western medicine, Chandino Idirashang, because it's got its own problems. But they disclosed them. And it's Gatenga, I know that up dizziness.
Side effects. You're not surprised.
Weight gain, weight loss.
But our manja,
you see, those are people there's nothing without a side effect. Because right now I was reading my kidney ailments, I wonder still exists. And I think it's because of those things.
There's a doctor that achiti ane patient yakatouya male hanzi yairwara nezvairwara nazvo abva amwa zvimaedzi. So now pakidzi akanga akanganisika panga pachioneka picture pakaripo kuti your urine is red blood.
And they believe so much in the natural. What do you mean by natural? Dosage yachona, no one tells you the side effects. Saka then we saka indagashika. Takagara, angwatogara, katandashika ngatashika. So he said, Takamira, ano yangu vai, you know, ano yangu ye munacho. Ano yani wacho. Oh, you go. You know, he just could answer. I want to follow the manchana munar. Even this thing a good ticket because now nothing to pack him over.
So he speak the worst.
The worst, yeah, the worst. But I should be. Language doesn't shanda is, you know.
The king, but this is what I'm looking for.
That no, I'm not going to take these things. I'm not going to take these things, yeah. Because I trust my doctors. Can I ban chance na ku into I seek a second opinion. That's why we talk about Basagwe. You're allowed to go and seek a second opinion. So that's what I do. That's what I do when I'm meeting with my doctor. Yeah. And just what question you asked.
What's your thoughts on cancer?
Oh, my thoughts on cancer. Yeah, guys, a thing. Yeah, it's bad.
So do you think there's enough knowledge on it?
No, there isn't. You didn't watch one. Remember, I know everything. And it's very right.
So, what do you think the medical field should do in terms of educating?
Yes, yes. You reminded me of my crime. So then I went to my doctor. I won't say his name. I'd been with my doctor for a long time. But I was angry. I was really angry and sad. But then I've been with this doctor of mine way before I turned 40. That's a long time.
He was a family doctor.
Yeah, I just said, no, let me have one doctor. But let me at least have a doctor. I know Zivachi is that was my intention. And they are not on diseases. I got some masters here, family medicine. Way before I was 40. Going towards, 40, my 40s and that. Until that's what this cancer. And then I began thinking, but this is unfair. There's not a single day. Dr. Wang did iwewe. Do not forget about Mammogram. Do you know a script? Mammogram. Because if you leave it to me, yes, it's my health, it's my responsibility. But remember, Mammogram is but there's a certain authority that comes from a doctor and certain care. My patients profiling and maybe at age 35 or men at this age, women, young people, so that at least write a proactive evil. Yes, but one day would say evil. No, the standard, the best practices, the medicine is good when a woman is 40. Suppose I don't know that. So the initiative, yes, I should also read around her, but initiative must come to mind because the one who see what should be taken out there. No, that's what. But cannot even once. Them are going to work out in the mammogram. They should see that.
Even that's also
exactly. When it was just being dodgy. My medical funders, medical funder, I would have paid for my own mammogram. People would pay for their own mammogram. When I went for my medical aid, I don't cover my mammogram. So I felt really sad. But doctor, I want to know didn't doctor. Didn't medical aid. And I see a story now, what difference is there? I shouldn't be in this position because I've been, I've been privileged enough to be in these positions that should at least open me up to this information. Yeah, so I fired my doctor.
Yeah, but it's very unfortunate that medicine has become almost routine. Where to know what temperature you say, sugar.
Sugar. Wait, when the pasquero, mira pasquero. We're talking about antibiotics. We're talking about with you. When you're antibiotics,
just drink them.
Ndakamboita funny. It wasn't even a dislocation. It just wasn't. It was my spot and not then my shoulder was right from, it was still in its socket, but it just felt funny. I end up what say way. Nachiremba but not years again. But anatu frito kunywera vanhu antibiotic. I hope I only program because I know about it, but I'm not a start again. It was a list. Antibiotic. It's just a shoulder. I think the best I needed was just whatever sling or something. But my antibiotic and it was a long list like this. And my mom was still alive. My mom was a nurse. And never would have and with medical aid, you see that's how they abuse. They just give you.
They trust the doctor.
Yes, I didn't pay for them, and so so no, I have no kind words for cancer, no kind words for it, but it's not a death. It kills, but it's not an automatic death sentence, because like I read somewhere, a lot of people, they don't die from cancer, but they die with cancer.
Yeah.
I think I know, but it's not something no more. I know to found
something else.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's where we are. Just looking forward to more years with to raise my child. She's still a child. She still needs me. Like Auntie Mirriam, she's 20. She turned 20 this year. I'm going to do my early 20s. Yeah, and you still need your moms around and
that's true.
You see, so I think my child still needs me. And I still need to be alive.
For you, not
for me,
for
exactly. Imagine that.
Oh, that's an interesting.
Yeah, so I'm not very rich, No. Don't go fix, don't go manager. Better open your own afford.
And also like
I'm sending the mango much work here. Getting good more. Never borrowed the fabatis.
but also them tell much it was seemed as if everything was for some reason like conference seems really was the case for you.
Exactly.
Like prognosis was good.
That's good. Yeah. If that happened this year, then don't go to bye-bye. I was just going to say goodbye. Because I used to work for this organization, title, public interest litigation and whatever. January, Trump na Elon the battery. We don't want to actually married USA. So it was just like instant like that. The letter came, Trump was sworn in on the 20th, and it was 27. If I tell Tamba, you put Chatopera, that's it. So then I was saying, if it had happened last year, guys, I was just going to say bye-bye. That's why I understand my financial issues. Don't you have to answer such a good way? And then it's just that at that stage, I can't wait to go to and ndakatotenga motikari yacho ndakazoti ndaida chipo Toyota Rave zvikanzi mari yenyu yambo yaishoma iyi nemambotiwedzerei ndisana ndakatanga kuti chirega other than ndangotenga ndichidana ndisina mari so ipapo because ndakaramba ndine mari yangu ndichingobhuda ndichingopa kuti hai painozokwana ndozotenga so that's where I am. There's a phone ringing.
That's a wonderful story.
Yeah, that's my story. I hope it